It's time for our final Richmond Spider football preseason update. Hi there, Bob Black here at Robins Stadium at the conclusion of Thursday's practice for the Spiders, about 48 hours away from kicking it off at UVA. Joined by Reese Udinski, Spider quarterback, one more time before we get it going. Reese, if you could think back to when you got here in the offseason to where you are now, how has this offense progressed? How have they done it? Where do you think you guys are?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time, and it's been a lot of work that we put in through the spring and summer. Really, I think from the spring to summer, that jump was crucial. We had a lot of guys here over the summer, a lot of guys that were able to be on campus, be in the area, and just put in the work when really it was all volunteer work. So having the guys that really wanted to buy in on their own time, whether it was at night or in the morning, we had people out here in the stadium working. So I think the speed of the game has gotten faster, and I think at the first we were kind of thinking about what we had to do on plays, but now we can just go out and play fast.
Was that kind of what you expected, having been through the whole learning curve when you first started with Coach Kosh's offense?
Right. Like thinking back to VMI, it was definitely tough at first. You know, there's a lot that we put on the guys, but I think they can get it pretty quickly. And I think that it just shows now that over time they really started to pick it up. And although at first it may be a little slow, once you get the hang of it, it comes pretty easy.
So they've bought in, but this is a two-way street. How did you go about gaining the chemistry as a new guy with plenty of college experience, with your offensive line, with the wide receivers, other than Jake, obviously, and with the running backs?
Right. I think I just always wanted to keep my door open, whether it was for questions or just wanted to talk about personal stuff. I love just getting to know my teammates, getting to know each individual, and I think that I was here in the summer and I was here all the time for the workouts, that you kind of grow that chemistry, you grow those relationships. Even if it was the O-linemen, the receivers, tight ends, running backs, it really didn't matter what position. We spent a lot of time together in the summer, and it didn't even always have to be on the football field. We spent it outside in the community, and I think just growing that trust, growing that chemistry is really paid off.
All right, the one guy you did know, obviously, in addition to Coach Kosh, was Jacob Harris. We've been down this road before, but what have you seen from him that may be different? You guys weren't together last year. How has he progressed, gotten better, or is he the same old Jake?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think he's kind of the same, and that's no knock. I mean, he's a great player for the past couple of years. So I don't see any drop off. I think he's really having more fun here at Richmond. He's my roommate. I get to see him loosen up, enjoy Richmond, enjoy the city, and I think that just takes away. He's finally able to enjoy some time away from football. But when it comes to the field and he steps on the football field, he's ready to go. And I mean, he's really come on strong since the start of camp when he first got here, and he looks just as he did at VMI when he was killing it out there. So yeah.
On to Virginia now. You mentioned yesterday you have played in FBS, FCS games. How much do you think that will help you and the other guys who have done that when you step on the field at UVA? Right.
I think it's just trying to block out the noise. I mean, it's a big stadium. It's a big atmosphere. And, having that experience, whether it was me or other guys that have played in these games like they did last year at Virginia Tech, just having that experience and knowing that, you just got to focus on the football aspect, because there's going to be a lot of noise, a lot of people watching you, and, just being able to focus on what you can do, your job specifically. So I really do think that experience plays a big role.
On the other hand, you spent a year at an FBS school at Maryland. What kind of perspective did you gain from that year that might be able to help you Saturday and the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think it's just maybe the speed of the game. They got a lot of long guys on defense. They're great. Virginia's a great team. They got great coaches, great players, and it reminds me a lot of the guys at Maryland. They're big, they're fast, they're strong. So just knowing what to expect when it comes to these big-time defenses.
Take us inside the quarterback room a little bit. How have you gone about trying to prepare the challenge of a new coaching staff, a new offense, a new philosophy, a new defense for UVA, and how you've gone about trying to figure out what the Cavaliers are going to do against you on defense?
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, we just want to focus on ourselves, but we know they're going to be good on defense. We know they're well coached. They got a new defensive coordinator, so that can always present some challenges and what they're going to end up doing. But, if we just stick to our game plan and play within ourselves, that's really what we want to do. We just want to go out and play our best.
I know the coaches have said they've been pouring through tape of other schools. Did you do the same thing? Like their D coordinator was from Air Force. So you're looking at, how have you gone about that?
Yes, sir. I mean, we know that their D coordinator came from Air Force, so we try to look at their games, maybe look at old Virginia games, see the type of personnel, how guys react. But, that just creates the challenge of really not knowing what to expect. So when we get out there on Saturday, there may be some differences, but we just have to adapt.
Our fans have noticed you're a pretty level-headed, even-keel guy, at least in front of the camera and the microphone. What's your level of excitement for Saturday?
I'm excited. I'm really just excited to be back on the field. I mean, going all the way back to when I tore my ACL, that was really the first time I was playing football. So just to be back on the field with great teammates, great coaches, it's exciting for sure. But I definitely want to go out and play well. But yeah, I'm excited.
So are we. Reese Udinski, Spider quarterback. Thank you, Reese.
Yeah, thank you.